Okay, good morning students. So now let's go with the ellipse. I hope you have done the vertical ellipse because I have already explained the horizontal ellipse. So I told you to do vertical ellipse as an assignment. So if you still have any doubt on that vertical ellipse, please feel free to ask and you can drop the personal message. Now let's go with the problem solving under ellipse. So in this video I am going to solve two questions. After completing these questions, make sure you take this one as a homework 1 and chapter 12 page number 22 exercise 12b and solve these three questions. So if you face any problem in these three questions, please feel free to ask or drop the message. Here, without wasting time, now let's go with the question number 1. So question number 1, if the minor axis of an ellipse is equal to distance between its foci, prove that its eccentricity is 1 by root 2. So this is a proving question where we need to prove that eccentricity value is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2, if you do in calculator, definitely it will come less than 1. Eccentricity value for ellipse is less than 1. So this will definitely give less than 1. So here the given condition here it is. Let me write the given condition. If the minor axis of an ellipse, minor axis, what's a minor axis for ellipse? Major axis is 2a, minor axis is 2b. It says if the minor axis of an ellipse is equal to distance between its foci. So I'm just taking, let me take the horizontal ellipse. If this is a AE, distance is AE, this side also is another focus there which is AE. What's the distance between two foci? So definitely it is 2AE. Is that correct? From center to one focus. I told you we have two focus in case of eccentricity in previous video. So from center to one focus distance is AE, means from center to another focus distance will be AE. So what's the total distance now? Distance between these two foci? Distance between two foci is 2AE. I hope it's clear now what's this distance between two foci. Distance between two foci is equal to AE. This 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, implies B is equivalent to AE. So now B value is equivalent to AE. I have given one formula, if you remember, B square is equivalent to A square of 1 minus E square. Yes or no? So now please open the bracket. We have A square minus A square E square is nothing but B square. Or again that implies B square is equal to A square minus AE value is B. So A square E square becomes B square. Bring this one here, which implies 2B square is equivalent to A square. Now our job is to now prove eccentricity value is equal to 1 by root 2. What's the eccentricity for the ellipse? Eccentricity for the ellipse is E is equal to root of 1 minus. I told you minus. If it is plus, then it becomes for hyperbola. That's the only difference between ellipse and hyperbola. If you understand the concept and if you can solve questions under ellipse, you can solve the questions that is given under hyperbola. So in case of hyperbola, I will not solve many questions. I will solve only few questions, around 3 to 4 questions only. Many questions will be solved from ellipse. So please focus here. 1 minus B square by A square, which is equal to root of 1 minus B square by, what's the value of A square? Value of A square is 2B square. Yes or no? B square will get cancelled, which is equal to root 1 by 2. What's the root 1 by 2? It is 1 by root 2. Hence, proved. We proved that eccentricity value is equal to 1 by root 2 if the distance if the minor axis is equal to distance between the foci, the eccentricity value will be equal to 1 by root 2. That's the meaning. Okay, so now let's go with the question number 2. Now question number 2 is very interesting here. Question number 2 says, if the eccentricity value is equivalent to 0, prove that ellipse becomes a circle. If you remember, for parabola, the eccentricity value is equal to 1. For ellipse is less than 1. For hyperbola is greater than 1. In case of circle, the eccentricity value is equal to 0. So therefore, if the eccentricity value is 0, you need to prove that that ellipse will become a circle. Let me show you. Let the equation of, we take one equation of ellipse, say let x square by, you can take horizontal or vertical, whichever you like. Major axis along x-axis, this becomes the equation of the horizontal ellipse. Remember here, major axis along x-axis, minor axis along y-axis, so definitely this becomes horizontal ellipse. Let this be equation number 1. What is given there? E value given here, it is E value is equivalent to 0. If that's the case, we know b square is nothing but a square of 1 minus e square. E value is 0, so e square 0 square is 0, which implies b square is equivalent to a square. Now substitute in equation 1, substitute in equation 1, we get now x square by a square plus y square by, in place of b square substitute now a square. A square is equivalent to 1. We have same denominator. If we have same denominator, this becomes x square plus y square is equivalent to a square. Same denominator, take that side, cross multiply. This becomes the equation of a circle with a radius of a units. Right? So if I draw the circle, so this will look like this here. See, this is now equation of a circle. If the eccentricity value is equal to 0, now ellipse it will become a circle having radius what? Radius r is equal to a units. So that's the meaning. So x square plus y square is equivalent to a square. Since circle is not included in our syllabus, still then here we are dealing with the ellipse. We are learning under ellipse. So get it. X square plus y square is equivalent to a square. So now in case of circle, what's happening here? It is major axis will be equal to minor axis. We will not have major axis and minor axis. Do we have? This radius is a units, means when it reaches here, it also is a units. If this is 2 meter, here also will be 2 meter, here also 2 meter, here also will be 2 meter. That's the features of the circle, isn't it? So if this is a unit, definitely this side also will become a unit. This also becomes a unit. This also becomes a unit, which becomes the equation of a circle. So that's it. Please do this homework. After these 2 questions, if you have any doubt, please leave the comment. Thank you.